Are you looking for the best mechanical keyboard? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best mechanical keyboards on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Redon K552 Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. The Redon K552 offers a value proposition few others can rival. It incorporates a standard TKL 80% layout, hot swappable switches, customizable RGB lighting, and flip-out feet to customize the typing angle. To keep the sticker price attractive, Redon makes a few compromises, like the all-plastic build and limited switch compatibility with the hot swap sockets. Nonetheless, this makes for a great first mechanical keyboard on a budget. No brand mechanical keyboards are a dime a dozen, but they usually struggle to offer reliability and value as the Redon K552 does. On paper, it has all the features traditionally associated with boards costing multiple times as much, and Redon doesn't let you down. The body is all plastic, but the steel plate adds rigidity and heft to the board. Since there is very little mass, the board may sound hollow, but you can add dampening material to help. The case also has flip-out feet to change the typing angle conveniently. Redon doesn't provide a detachable cable, which is a bummer, but it's certainly a compromise we can live with for the $38 price. The hot swap sockets made by Outemu are another limitation. These support slightly slimmer switch pins, so although the board is hot swap ready, your choices are limited to Outemu, Gazoo, and Akko CS switches, to name a few, but Gateron, Kale, and Cherry switches won't fit. It isn't a major limitation but one you should know about. There are plenty of choices between these compatible brands, and you can always make Franken switches if you like. Although the price screams otherwise, this is a sturdy, well-built keyboard for everyday use on a budget. For just a few bucks more than the price of a Logitech membrane keyboard, the Redon is a nice option to see if you like mechanical keyboards or to identify your switch preference before purchasing a costlier board. Redon was my first hot swap keyboard, and a few years later, it's still going strong. You can pick up this keyboard with clicky, tactile, or linear Outemu switches pre-installed, and with a black or white finish. Number 2. RK Royalclu H81 Mechanical Keyboard. Mechanical keyboards are undoubtedly pricier than the average computer peripheral, but getting the best features available doesn't mandate enormous expenditure. Royalclu is a hot Redon rival in the budget mechanical keyboard space, but on paper, the new H81 has all the features you expect from premium boards, such as a gasket mount design, wear-resistant PBT plastic keycaps, tri-mode connectivity, support for Android, and a massive battery. Royalclu H81 keyboard placed on a black desk mat alongside a Logitech G402 mouse. In our experience, we comfortably eked out a week of usage on a single charge and thoroughly enjoyed typing on the keyboard. There's adequate dampening silicone added in the case to eliminate the cheap, hollow sound typically associated with plastic shells. Moreover, the gasket mount design and soft plastic plate help switches sound consistent while adding squish to the key travel, which heavy typists should find comfortable. The board also has an easily accessible rotary switch in the upper right corner to change the connection modes, a unique feature compared to other keyboard switches that use knobs for volume control. For a sub-$100 sticker price, you get to choose from 3 exciting colorways, each paired with a different switch. Royalclu offers a proprietary tactile switch and 2 linear options, with one aimed specifically at gamers with its shorter actuation distance. As with most other mechanical keyboards, hot swap sockets on the PCB allow you to change the switches and keycaps in a jiffy if you already have a preferred feel or colorway. With the switch choices, colorways, and features offered for the price, the Royalclu H81 is hard to pass up. It is one of the brand's costlier keyboards but is priced just right for everything on offer. The value proposition helps it outshine similarly priced Keychron keyboards. Number 3. Razer Deathstalker V2 Pro Wireless Gaming Keyboard. Razer is well known for gaming peripherals, including mice and keyboards. The Deathstalker V2 Pro lives up to its reputation with a compact 10-keyless layout and a low-profile case design that isn't too different from the average laptop keyboard. There are 2 switch options available, both with lower travel and actuation distances than conventional switches. The board feels premium with an aluminum top plate and customizable per-key RGB backlighting. Although the Deathstalker V2 Pro comes with either red, linear, or purple, clicky, mechanical key switches, it is an optical keyboard. Instead of a copper leaf making contact with the switch, the key presses register when the stem cuts off a beam of light between an emitter and receiver on every key socket in the PCB. By design, this registers keystrokes faster and with less chatter than conventional mechanical switches. The benefits are compounded by the shorter actuation distance of the low-profile switches. However, optical switches are prone to issues caused by dust buildup affecting keys. We suggest avoiding this board if you live in a dusty environment or share spaces with pets. That said, the Razer Deathstalker V2 Pro is an unmistakably purpose-built keyboard with all the bells, whistles, and functionality you could ask for, including wired, 2.4 GHz wireless, and Bluetooth connectivity, a detachable USB-C cable, and a claimed switch life of 70 million keystrokes per switch. When used in wireless configuration, Razer says the board can last up to 200 hours on a Bluetooth connection with the RGB backlighting turned off. In everyday usage, you can expect around 50 hours of use before needing a recharge. Besides the undisguised gamer appeal, the low-profile design also makes this keyboard a solid contender if the average laptop keyboard just doesn't cut it. The Deathstalker V2 Pro can work wirelessly and give you the advantage of uniform and smooth mechanical switches, while the low-profile design shouldn't feel like a drastic change from the laptop's keyboard. However, the $250 sticker price doesn't put this in everyone's budget if that's the sole use case. Number 4. 8BitDo Retro Mechanical Keyboard. The 8BitDo Retro Mechanical Keyboard is for every passionate gamer from the 80s and old tech aficionados. The brand has a penchant for retro gaming controllers, and its keyboard has a striking vintage appeal with both its colorways. The board also uses nostalgic knobs wherever possible, including in the connection mode toggle. The keyboard supports a wired connection with a detachable USB-C cable, wireless via Bluetooth, and 2.4 GHz using a dongle for lower latency. You can even stow the dongle in the board's magnetic receptacle when not in use. The board also sports Calebox white switches, which have a box-shaped design around the typical cherry cross-type stem that helps reduce stem wobble on taller keycaps like MT3 and SA profile. Out of the box, the 6BitDo keyboard comes with an MDA-like keycap profile, which has a gentle sculpt. 8BitDo also uses aluminum for construction, helping the keyboard's heft in construction while lending it a premium feel. Retro gamers may notice the two large red buttons, which 8BitDo calls super buttons, bundled with the keyboard. You can map these to any function or key combination you like, making them suitable replacements for a comically large enter key or a sneaky way to alt-tab or close browser tabs in a hurry. No matter the use case, it's cool to see 8BitDo go to these lengths with its time capsule of a mechanical keyboard. A premium mechanical keyboard with triple-mode connectivity, metallic construction, PBT keycaps, a volume knob, and the super buttons is a great deal for $100. You may be tempted to modify this keyboard with Super Mario-themed keycaps or to add case foam to suppress the slightly hollow sound. While the former is a straightforward operation, 8BitDo doesn't make modifications easy. Screws holding the board together are concealed underneath the pasted-on rubber feet, with one located under the central sticker on the underside. These are minor inconveniences to hobbyists and passionate gamers, and it doesn't dull the nostalgic value of this keyboard in the slightest. Number 5. LFree Flow Low Profile Mechanical Keyboard. We usually associate mechanical keyboards with visual bulk and physical heft, but it's amazing what low-profile switches and keycaps can accomplish. The LFree Flow is a shining example, finished in an aluminum case with white or black color PBT plastic keycaps boasting impressive wear resistance and a chalk-like texture. The keyboard is impressively thin despite retaining a gasket mount design known for the cushion typing feel. The keyboard also boasts wired or Bluetooth connectivity, per-key backlighting, and key legends for both Windows and Mac OS. Although low-profile cases have little space inside for sounds to resonate, LFree has gone the extra mile and filled the inside with foam and silicone for better acoustics, and it shows. In our review, we lauded the Flow's ability to retain a deep and thocky sound profile. We attribute the sound largely to the Kale switches, which use POM plastic in the top housing, stem, and bottom housing. Known for its self-lubricating properties, POM is a popular choice for mechanical key switch stems, but Kale's choice of POM housing instead of polycarbonate or nylon helps the sound even more. You can buy the LFree Flow in white with a silver case and Kale Ghost linear switches, or in black with a gunmetal gray case and Kale Phantom tactile switches. LFree's website lists clicky switches and other keycap colorways for sale separately. The white backlighting, non-adjustable typing angle, and 2-day battery life demonstrate scope for improvement, but choices are limited in the low-profile mechanical keyboard space, and the LFree Flow does everything else right. Once you slip this keyboard into your laptop bag, you won't even notice it is there.